cool. So you failed like the first time you actually tried a business. You failed.
Failed. Oh my God, it was terrible.
I spent a whole lot of time being stressed out and not a whole lot of time enjoying the process.
I filmed 3 videos, dropped all 3 videos, and then overnight I got 10,000. By the end of the week, I had 200,000.
You had 200,000 in the first week?
In 1 week.
All the way from California, Jessica Tran, welcome to Chicago.
Thank you.
First thoughts on Chicago coming in here?
Freezing. It's so cold. It's like a different kind of cold. As soon as I walked out of the airport, like that wind just smacked me in the face, and I was like, this is not what I was expecting.
It's the middle of winter, and thank you for coming from Southern California, where it's beautiful, to the middle of winter in Chicago.
It's funny, there's a heat wave at home right now. There's a heat wave notice.
So Jessica's here. We're doing a business training class the next couple days. She came a day earlier so we can do fun stuff like this. We're doing a weekend wash. We're gonna get to know a deep dive of Jessica, find out who Jessica really is. So you may have seen her on TikTok. If you haven't, go to TikTok. Make sure you subscribe to her TikTok channel. We're gonna be using a few different products here. So these are some products that we've been sent in the last month or two. And we are gonna do some testing on this RAV4. The reason we're using the RAV4, I know it's clean. We're cleaning a clean car already. We're gonna be doing some product testing on the RAV4. If you guys have seen our channel already, we like to do some real world testing on products, see how they hold up out there in the elements. We're gonna be taping this off, doing in sections, and putting some spray ceramics on there. So if you wanna watch that, go over to Car Supply's warehouse and you can see the testing that goes on this RAV4. But first we need to wash it, so that's what we're here to do. So let's start washing and use some of these products. So you got a lot of products here. So the first product I wanna show you guys is the Detail Firm, right up on top. Last week we got this. I wanna show you the packaging, because this is important, this is cool. Like, this is an experience most of the time when we're using the products. As detailers, I enjoy using lots of products. I enjoy the smells, I enjoy how they work. And part of getting the product and opening it up, look at, they got this nice box. And you open this up, check this out. This is like almost like a hair care product, you know? They got this nice packaging all the way around it.
It definitely has like the barbershop feel. Like the way the label is made and everything.
Beautiful label. This is their interior lather, so organic cleanser. Excited to use their products, and I'll let you know what we think of them once we use them. So I guess, let's pick a product and start washing the car. What do you want to use? So we got to do the wheels first.
Yes.
This is a degreaser. So we got a couple, so the Purist line has given us a couple of these things, so we can fill that up. And then we got this one that we're testing out, and this will be on the site soon. This is an electric sprayer, which I really like. So maybe you pick one for the wheels.
I'll take this one.
All right. You want a sprayer? Want to put it in one of those things? I'm gonna try this Vonix degreaser.
Do you smell everything you open?
Yes. Just be careful about smelling graphene products.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I almost died when I smelled the Adams graphene.
Oh, I did that one too. No, that one hits you. It's almost like
it burns.
It was like smelling salts or something. It almost knocks you out. Yes.
I'm sure there's a mixture ratio on this. Extreme dirt 1:1, heavy dirt 1:10. So I filled this up 3/4 already with water. To remove waxes and sealants, 1:30. So I'm actually gonna spray this in the paint because we wanna make sure the paint is nice and clean before we put any protection products on there. What do you got?
I've got, is this Purist?
Nice, wheel cleaner?
Purist wheel cleaner, yeah.
Does it smell?
This one is no, it's a non-acid.
Okay.
So it kind of smells weirdly like vinegar, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Some gloves?
You know, you got big boy sizes, huh? I think that's why I also like detailing, because my hands are so small. They get into like every interior thing, no problem. So I save a lot of money on like crevice tools because my fingers fit.
That's awesome. How long have you been detailing and how'd you get into it?
I've been detailing 10 years. So it was my first high school job. And it was like, we had his basketball coach. He was a detailer on a really small scale, and he offered all the girls like, hey, if you want to come make 20 bucks, help me do the wheels and the windows. And that's all we did. It was vacuuming, wheels and windows. We didn't get to touch the paint. We didn't do anything. I didn't even get to hold the pressure washer. Like, I wanted to hold that lance so bad, and I wasn't allowed to. But I
You can
did
use
that.
our pressure washer.
Yeah, I
We'll
know.
let
I
you.
did that every weekend. Every weekend in high school, I was doing that, making like $40, and then I went off to college, and I still wanted money, and I was like, "Hey, can I come back home and like knock out a couple cars with you?" And then it just took off from there. And when he retired, I tried to go on my own, and I completely tanked. Like, I started this whole business, wasted 2 years of my time, just money gone, and it was because I was like 20 and I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to know how to learn the business side of things. I just wanted to work on a car, but in detailing, you have to learn how to talk to customers and do all this other stuff. So
Yeah.
I gave it another go, and it worked. So here I am.
That's cool. So you
Yeah.
failed like the first time you actually tried a business. You failed.
Failed. Oh my God, it was terrible. I was like, I bought all of this stuff. Some of the stuff I still have. I was like trying to build a client list. They're all gone. I don't talk to any of that first round anymore.
We might not get an actual car wash done because I want to know, like, what do you think contributed to some of that? Like, what do you think happened there?
It was completely the business side of things, because I don't think it was my work. Like, I was doing very like similar. It was a little bit lesser of quality because I was maybe only like 2-3 years in, but it was wholly customer relations. I was 20 years old, didn't want to talk. They text me and I'd be like overwhelmed, and so I was like, I don't know how to come off not sounding like a child, so I just wouldn't reply. They would give me referrals that I wouldn't follow up on. When I got to their house, it was like, I just show up, I do the car, and I leave. But so much of it is building a relationship and like talking to them. And so
Yeah.
I just wanted to show up and do the work. And at that point, it's so interpersonal, they're not gonna call you back. Regardless if you do a good job or not, it's like, oh, well, why would I call her back? You know, she's just an employee kind of thing. But
Yeah.
so the second round that I went, it was after I had been serving for a couple years. I was managing a restaurant at the time, so I had my customer service voice and everything. I was getting ready to go out there, and when I started it up again, it was way easier. Or it just, I had a 100% retention rate.
Okay.
Only because I started talking to my customers.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Jessica, you know, what do you want to do today? Oh, that's a super nice car. I've always wanted this car, you know, like
Yeah.
just little stuff like that. Yeah, the first go around, I didn't do any of that.
This industry is such an experience industry. That's what I try to teach.
Yeah.
Like this, it's an experience going and get your car done. People don't need this done. You know.
Yeah.
I think people at some level need their car washed, but like the higher level stuff, the ceramic coatings, the polishing, interior detailing, a lot of it they can do themselves, right?
Yeah.
And it's the experience of having somebody else doing it and going through there, and it's such a huge factor that I try to teach as many people as possible.
Yeah.
Like, make your experience better than anybody else's, and you're gonna be
Exactly.
successful.
Yeah.
All right, let's wash some wheels. We got a wheel bucket here, so you got all the different tools in there, anything that you want to use in the
Okay.
pressure washer.
You got a rubber cleaner, or are you using that on the tires too? The
Yeah, I
degreaser?
was just gonna use this on the whole tire and the wheel, see how it works. It's not like an iron remover, is it?
No, it's not. It's a non-acid.
This is like a degreaser, it might work good. Let's mix them together.
Are you tire first or wheel first?
I usually do the wheel first.
Interesting.
So I do the wheel and like kind of work from the barrel, and then I do the actual outside of the face, and then I do the wheel, and then I do the wheel well. I guess I really haven't thought about that. Very soapy, love it. This is a game changer right here, this bottle. If you've been detailing as long as I have, like that trigger action, the holding the buffer, holding the extractor, holding the vacuum, trigger finger, whatever, your hands wear out and my hands will cramp up. Just using the brush here and going in and out and holding this, if I do 2 or 3 cars, my hands start to cramp up now and it's really, really painful. So having something like this where I can just press a button and just have it come out is my absolute dream. I love this thing. It is so awesome. Very nice.
I like the way this one smells.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
Ooh,
not
look at
as
that.
it's not as offensive as when you spray Meguiar's non-acid. because I'm outside, the wind will kick it back sometimes, and that just shoots right in your
This
lungs.
one looks like almost a little gel-like too.
Yeah, it's foaming up really nicely, which is pretty cool.
Very nice. All right, so in business for 10 years, did you go to school for any business or anything?
No, I went to school to teach. I went to school for American history.
Okay.
And it's served me no purpose other than like fun facts or like bars on trivia nights.
Yeah.
I really don't do anything with that degree.
That's funny. I went to college to be a teacher too.
Oh, cool.
So-
what subject?
Early childhood education, so second graders. Like I had a girlfriend in high school, and we did a church group, and we did Bible study for second graders, and I loved being around them. I've always
Yeah.
loved kids. I enjoyed being able to teach them, and so I was like, I would like to be a teacher, and I found a lot of passion in it. I also have the side that, entrepreneur side where I want to discover and do as much things as possible. So I just decided in college that being a teacher was probably not my thing, I don't think I'd be, I give them a lot of credit, teachers, because it takes a lot of dedication, and they don't get paid nearly enough to deal with what they have to deal with.
Yeah, I actually hate the entrepreneur side of this business. If I could just show up and hang out with my friends and detail every day, I would.
Yeah.
The whole aspect of like administrative work and lining up clients and this and that, I actually hate that part. And I think that also contributed to like why I failed the first time was.
Yeah. I think people know that about me too, that the customer service side of the business is not my thing. I don't have a lot of patience to deal with, hearing the same thing over and over and every day, It's not like I enjoy teaching people. That part of it doesn't bother me. It's just the repetitiveness of what's window tint, what is the ceramic coating, and repeating it over and over and over and over and over. It just kills me.
Every single of my
Part of the reason why I
consultations.
started making videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sick of saying this.
But you'll still have to repeat yourself in the videos, because I guarantee you get comments where it's like, literally from the video that they're watching, you probably answered the question in the comments or in the video, and a comment will say, wait, what's this again? And it's like, dude, you didn't watch it.
Yes, that happens all the time.
God, I'm so jealous
So the
of
car's
your...
already pretty clean, but
I know, I'm so jealous of your setup. Like, having everything here is
efficiency.
so nice.
Isn't it?
It's so nice.
That's the tough thing about mobile detailing. So have you been mobile the entire time for 10 years?
Yeah.
You ever think about doing it?
Even the person I was working for, I was mobile. And no, doing a shop, I think the overhead is just not worth it. Because like California real estate is so expensive.
And you got nice weather. I mean, you're not battling the stuff that we would here. We got winter 6 months out of the year.
There's like 20 days a year it rains. So that's it. There's 20 days I can't work. And then we get the Santa Ana winds coming in. They come in about 2 weeks out of the year. But if you do it really early in the morning, you can still squeeze a detail in. So it's like
okay, so no plans for a fixed location as of right now?
I don't think so.
Staying mobile?
I don't think so.
All right, it looks like there's some form of protection on the car. I want to get that off, so I'm going to use the same degreaser that I used on the wheels.
Is that straight, or did you dilute it?
No, it's diluted, probably 15 to 1.
Oh, okay.
So let's just wash the car with this on it, and then we'll clay it, do all that fun stuff. You had your business for 10 years.
Well, no, I've just been detailing for 10 years. I think
Okay, so how long when did you start your actual business?
About 2 years ago. So the first round was 2 years. That one was back when I was like 20. And then I was still doing it on the side, detailing for like my friends, my family, like customers, because I worked at a restaurant. But when the pandemic hit, the restaurant cut the hours back, and I was like, dude, I hate this job, which if you're my old boss, I actually did like it. It was like 5 years of customer service, it wears on you, but I was sick and tired of just putting up with the same creeps every day, and I was like, I like detailing. Why am I still doing this? So when my hours got cut back, I just full-blown went into detailing, and it's been consistent since then, which is crazy. Like, I couldn't even have imagined this happening.
That's awesome.
So.
And then when did you start the TikTok channel?
Oh my God, that was less than a year ago. That was in end of May.
Less than a year.
Less than a year, yeah.
And how many subscribers do you have on TikTok?
I just hit 1.5, which is insane.
That's amazing.
I know. It's so weird, because I didn't want to post on TikTok because I felt like I was too old.
You felt you were like too old for TikTok?
Yeah. My For You page was like 16, 17, 18-year-olds, and I was like, what am I doing on here? I'm 26, and I was like, you might as well try. So I posted 3 videos all at once in case someone swiped onto my page. They just having like consistent content for them for more incentive to follow.
Yeah.
I filmed 3 videos, dropped all 3 videos, and then overnight I got 10,000. By the end of the week, I had 200,000.
You had 200,000 in the first week?
In 1 week. And I think I only uploaded 2 more videos in that week.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's insane.
Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I think I fit like a need in the market where there's like a younger person, a female in detailing, and I had 0 expectations for that. So I didn't try to filter myself. I didn't say anything, you know, like I wasn't trying to be proper. It was just like flat out exactly who I was, because I was like, if I'm gonna make it on this app, it would be really embarrassing for me to have to backtrack and like, you know, start showing myself. So I just made it a point to be myself right from the get-go. And it worked, so it was...
I love that.
Yeah.
Authenticity sells. Not like you're trying to sell anything, but it's real.
Yeah.
And it sells in the way of viewership.
Yeah.
Like people want to feel something real in a world that, you know, a lot of stuff is just made up, you know? Like, it's funny, like I watch a lot of stuff, you can tell like some of these skits are almost made up. They're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Like just be real.
That was the whole point. I just didn't want to be embarrassed, and like if this took off, then I'd be like, oh, I'm actually not like that. So like I had to like straight from the get-go just
I love it.
Be who I was.
That's awesome.
Do you want to go over this with Pearl, or you want to try one of these?
Let's go. Yeah, let's try one of these. Let's try a soap. Oh yes, I wanted to try this one.
I had my eye on this.
Okay. Let's put that in a foam cannon.
God, this line smells so good.
Exterior lather. Hyper concentrated soap, foam cannon, 1 ounce to 32 ounces. This looks like a 32 ounce bottle.
Do you measure, or do you just?
Yeah, I'm not gonna measure, but it's 1,000 milliliters.
You know, I like it when it's a little waterier and like not too viscous.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it mixes better.
Yeah, that was.
McGuire's Hyper Wash, I'm standing there swirling for like forever, but that one just foams so well that it's.
That was probably 2 ounces there, but that'll be good enough. Detail Firm soap in the purest bottle. I'm sorry. All right. Take that. Let's see how that works.
Ooh. What's the water setup you have here?
What do you think?
You hardly used anything. How do you do that? Mine is gone, like immediately. That's crazy.
It's the purest foam cannon, that's what it is. What's your favorite thing about detailing? Do you like doing like exteriors, paint correction, interiors?
I love doing paint corrections.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's like, because I think that's the part where you get appreciated the most.
The biggest transformation?
Because, I mean, as much as as fun as it is to do like an interior, and like on a disaster detail, at the end of the day, people know that's not rocket science. You're just scrubbing away.
Yeah.
So I think I get the most appreciation when I remove swirls, because that's not something that a DIYer
There's more
could do.
skill involved. Yeah.
So it's definitely my favorite part of the job.
So detailing, I think exterior paint correction used to be my favorite, but like I was just telling them on camera, literally. Like my hands don't work anymore if I correct paint for more than 4 hours. Like they just cramp up and I can feel it into my elbow, into my shoulder. It's terrible. So I don't get as much satisfaction on doing like full paint corrections anymore.
So what are you, interior leaning now, or?
Yeah, I like to vacuum. Like I just like to vacuum, that's it.
Really?
If I could just vacuum and blow out the car, I'd be good and everybody else do everything for me.
This is nice too, dude. I'm just having fun with all of your tools. All of my stuff is like so...
Well, you can't have that mobile.
No, that's why. Like when I'm mobile detailing, like I'm working with just random stuff that fits in my truck. Like having all of this is nice.
So have you always just worked out of your truck? Do you have a trailer that you bring at all? Or
I've never had a trailer. I've never even had a van or a shell in my truck. Before this truck, I had a smaller truck. I had a Tacoma, and then before that, I was working out of a Honda Civic. I've worked out of an Xterra. What other cars have I had? I've had like 10 different cars, and so I've worked out of all of my cars. And Oh, there's a two-door Jeep Wrangler at one point. That thing sucked. There's no trunk space in those. I had to take out my back seats and I still couldn't get anything in there.
Yeah. You ever thought about a van? So I did mobile detailing 4 years in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And I had an Astro van. I had 2 of them. Loved them.
It might be like a California thing. I think they're so ugly. I can't.
Yeah.
I think that's why I don't want one.
Do you have like a tonneau cover that you can lock your stuff in then?
Yeah, so I have a tonneau. I don't even want a shell, because I feel like if I put a shell in my truck, it looks too much like a van.
Yeah.
So, but it's not functional at all. Like, I would highly recommend getting a shell on your truck or a van. But
or a trailer?
Yeah, or a trailer even.
Because then you can drop it.
But it's hard in California with a trailer, because there's space. Space is an issue everywhere.
Right.
Like, space is a huge issue in LA, and then even in Orange County, where it's like wider streets where I am, the neighborhoods space is an issue, because like every household has like 4 cars. And so it's like 2 in the driveway, 2 in the street. There's like nowhere to put your trailer. I've seen people with trailers in Southern California, but the most common is a van, for sure.
So I was surprised to hear something that when I talked to you when we went down to California, is that like you haven't, from your TikTok, which has been very popular, you haven't really gained any customers from that. Is that because like you already have a set base of customers?
I had like a full clientele list before I got on TikTok. So the 3 that I took off TikTok was just either they had a really cool car, or it was like a really cool, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a celebrity. Of course I wanted to do his car.
Yeah.
But I had a full client list before I got on the app, and I wasn't expecting to make more money off of that. I was just kind of expecting to meet new friends, like kind of this situation is exactly what I wanted to get out of it. But it's hard to leave my customers right now, because they're just so great. And even my customers that I have right now, if I wanted to expand the business more, they could easily get me more business. I just told them, like, don't refer me anymore, because I like working for you. I don't really have time to take on more people, kind of thing.
Yeah. Now, your business is unique a little bit in that, like, you're not charging people just to come wash their car. Tell us about like how you do your services and how your prices are structured.
Okay, so I set up a maintenance. After the first round of detailing failed, I was like, look, I need steady income. I can't rely on new customers all the time, so I structured my business in a sense to set up a maintenance service. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Anything past that, you got to start over again. But you start with a detail of your choice, and the maintenance price is dependent on your lifestyle, the color of your car, the size of your car, how long between. For example, like one of my customers, Emily, no kids, white sedan. Her car's super clean. She's going to have the cheapest price. Another one of my customers, 2 kids, black SUV. The kids are young. She's going to have a higher price. But no matter what, it's the same price every single time I see you. And it's whatever it takes to maintain that first detail you got from me. So I take the guesswork out of it. I take the consultation out of it. It's like, I don't need a consult.
They're paying for, like, you said 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. They're paying for a month in advance, or?
No, they pay that. It's just that it's the same price every time I come.
Okay.
Yes, but I took out
whether it's a wash or a full detail?
Yeah, but it's almost always like a mini detail. And I took all the talking out of it. I say, do you want to be on this maintenance thing? It's exactly whatever detail you got right now today, I will maintain it to this exact level every time. Because some things go first, Sometimes the wax goes first, sometimes the leather conditioner doesn't last. So the way I set it up is I'm gonna take the guesswork out of it for you. Every time I come, your car's gonna get exactly what it needs. So there's no consultation
I love that.
There's no consultation needed. It guarantees me steady income, because they're gonna have me come back. And it makes sure that I'm booked out, like 2, 3 months in advance. I don't have to think about anything.
I have so many questions on this. Like, how do you determine what the car needs then? I mean, because I know as myself, for a detailer, like sometimes it's hard for me to know when to stop.
Yeah.
I'm like, under the car, scrubbing stuff.
No, I get what you're saying. So, for example, like if someone gets a full detail, right, it's a wash, clay, wax, 1 step, mini interior, because it's not that bad. Like the next time I see them, if it's in 2 weeks, they're not gonna need much. So all I do really is I just dress the trim again, I condition the leather again, and I'm not going to see them again for 5 weeks. Let's say the sealant that I used was a bead maker of all things. It doesn't last as long.
Yeah.
Then I'll just top them off on the sealant. But it's the same price every time.
Do you mind sharing some of the prices?
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, on the lowest end, it's $40.
Okay.
Like Emily's, I can't even explain how clean her car is every
Yeah.
time I see it. And on the higher end, it's $150 every time.
Wow.
So
okay.
it's, if I see you every 2 weeks, chances are it's gonna be $40.
Okay.
Because at that point, I'm just doing a wash, and I'm maybe dressing the trim. I'm maybe dressing the wheel wells. Like, it's just a wash plus one thing. And then on the higher end, it might be a clay barring treatment again. It might be
Okay.
an iron decon treatment and a clay bar. I have it down to a system where each car doesn't take me more than 2 hours.
Okay.
So
Are you doing a lot of ceramic coatings right now then, or?
I do about 2 a month. And it's because I'm mobile, it's like I don't really like doing it outside. Like I could, if the customer has a garage, if they really want it, like I can easily knock that out for them. But chances are, if they don't have a garage, then I'm just like, you know what, let me recommend you to my buddies, because my buddies are around the corner, they have a shop. There's money, there's a lot of money to be made in coatings.
You got that relationship with
yeah.
somebody you're able to do that with.
Yeah, there's a lot of money to be made in coatings, but for me, it's like, I look at it, I'm breaking my back all day, I'm outside in the sun for like 12 hours. And I break even with like anywhere from like 100 to 150 an hour. Or I can go see Emily.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I can get her car done in like 45 minutes, but then we end up talking and it's fun. And then she's so flexible with her schedule. I can go get coffee before or after. Like, to me, the trade-off is quality of life versus
Yes.
work. And I think what people don't expect from me is from looking at my business, I think they think I work really hard. And it's like, I do, but I work really hard for only 20 hours a week. Like, I don't.
That is so cool that you understand that, because to be honest, I am just starting to understand that. Just in the last couple of years. It's been
Really?
hard for me. Yeah, like I've been like hardcore,
work.
like, I want to be rich, I want to start this business, I want to be as big as I fucking possibly can, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really, I haven't spent a whole lot, I spent a whole lot of time being stressed out and not a whole lot of time enjoying the process. And that's what I'm learning, that is you have to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
It's not a final destination type of thing, because most of the time when you get to that final destination, you're like, okay, I made it.
Now
but
what?
then you may not have any friends along the way because you didn't enjoy the process and
Yeah.
you were a dickhead the whole time. That's awesome that you
I know, it's like,
already know that.
It sucks because on one hand, because I don't have enough money to buy a house. Like, California real estate is so expensive and I'm nowhere close. But then on the other hand, like, I enjoy my quality of life so much because every single one of my customers are my friends.
Yeah.
Like, if I ran into them at the bar, we'd be hanging out all night, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's good to make money. I wish I had more money, but I'm also very happy with how my life is going. So it's hard for me to want to change that.
That's awesome. So what do you do when you're not detailing? What do you? I hate that question, but like, because I like working all the time.
I feel like this is gonna put me on blast. But I'm really into coffee and beer, and so I'm one of those like a-holes that goes around to every coffee shop and every brewery, and I critique the hell out of it, and I do that stupid thing where you smell it, and you go, oh, I smell notes of raspberry. Like, those are the conversations my friends and I have.
That's awesome.
It's, yeah, the elitist coffee side of me is something I try to hide, but that is actually what I spend a lot of my time doing outside of detailing.
So Eric, who you met, is also very into coffee, and he
really?
got me a few, probably 6 months ago, we went to New York and we went to a couple different coffee shops that his friends own, and he got me into it, and I love coffee. I've always loved coffee, but in my early years, I could never handle the caffeine. Now I can, but now my stomach can't handle it. Like, I have like,
no.
I'm on medicine for like heartburn and stuff because like when I drink coffee.
It's probably because you work
hot
too much.
sauce. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
is
that
the problem.
too.
But I really enjoy coffee,
Yeah.
but I stopped drinking it last week because I did like a test. I stopped for a week and my stomach felt a lot
Yeah.
better. And then I drank coffee for a week and it
then
was
your
just like,
stomach hurt.
oh.
Yeah.
All right, I think we washed most of the car.
Yep.
So there's two iron removers that I want to use. They got the Purus wheel cleaner and iron remover, and then the Vonix Iser iron remover, and I wanted to try them on the 2 wheels. They're not that dirty, but I just wanted to see what they do. All right, not much of a smell from this one. It almost smells, it has a fruity smell. And you can see that it's a little gel-like there, and then you can see it's already working. I'm gonna try the Vonix. Well, this one is very gel-like. Look at how sticky that is. Look at that gel. Wow, that's cool. So I'm just gonna spray this on there. I'm not even gonna scrub it. I just wanna see how it works, the viscosity of it, and the smell. This one's a little more smelly. You can smell that? That one's a little more strong. Woo! That one's very strong. I'm actually gonna clean the rubber one more time because we're gonna test some different tire shines. So I'm gonna clean the wheels one more time to make sure they're really clean. We should probably clay it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean the rubber over here just one more time. So I'm gonna try this degreaser actually. Polymer
The red
seed.
one.
The red one.
This one's
Oh, perfect. Organic solvent. Try this on the wheels.
How's that working? Pretty good?
It smells good too. It's hard to smell it with the mix of the iron remover, but all right, rinse those off. What are you using there? Is that like a...
This smells so good.
Oh, nice.
It literally smells like a men's barber shop
It does
with
smell
like
good. Holy
shaving
crap.
cream and like sandalwood.
So, Jessica or Jess? What do you like?
Jess.
Jess.
Because I get called Jessica when I get yelled at. That's my full name. Yeah.
I love how you just do whatever. It doesn't matter if it's detailing. You're not a detailing channel. You're a Jess channel. You're you know? It's not,
Yeah,
I really enjoy that.
I think that was like one of the whole things I wanted to go into this with was, I mean, social media is so fickle. Like you never know when it's gonna end. And
Right.
so it was a little bit of like covering my bases, and it was a little bit of like, I don't care and I wanna talk about things that I like. It's interesting, I did post like a coffee thing and it went nowhere. Nobody's interested.
Yeah.
It's when you deviate outside of your realm, TikTok doesn't want you to,
No.
and they suppress it, and they're like, no, you're a detailer.
It kind of
Stop."
sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I did a video about trimming my beard.
And nobody
Nobody fucking watched
Oh,
it.
man. But then it's crazy because there is beard content. Like beard
Oh, yeah.
content. Yeah, it's just they don't want you to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you should be detailing, not playing with your beard. This car is pretty smooth. He takes
There's, like-
really good care of it, but I just want to
Are
make sure.
you getting
that we're-
anything off, Jason? My clay bar is completely clean.
What's that?
My clay bar is completely clean. Are you
I
getting
know.
anything?
I was just telling him it's not that dirty,
No.
but we're gonna be putting products on it, and I want to make sure it's a fair test for everybody. So.
You know what I always get yelled at is polishing after clay barring.
Yeah. Why?
Everyone, there's a lot of people who are like, you have to, and it's like, I don't have to, technically. And
Yeah.
they forget that I work for someone, and it's ultimately the owner's decision.
Right.
Like, I talk to them, and we have the whole consultation, and 5 times out of 10, they don't want a one-step after clay barring, and then
Yeah.
people yell at me, why didn't you polish? I'm like, they didn't want it. I talked to them about it.
Yeah, I think detailers get into a thing that, like, the majority of people don't care what their paint looks like.
No, they don't know. Unless you point out the swirls, they don't even know what they
don't
are.
even know they're there.
They want it shiny when they walk out.
We're crazy
Yeah.
for polishing paint, I think.
And the majority of the cars that I work on are like daily, like they're anywhere from $35,000 to $70,000. I'm not working on 6-figure cars most of the time.
Yeah.
You know, they just don't care. I
I think it takes a special person to want like their paint shiny as it can be. You know, I
Yeah.
enjoy it, but I think that's what makes us crazy. And I think for the majority, like, we're detailing like the 1%ers, right?
Yeah.
99% of the world just enjoys their car. It's just for them to drive from point A to point B. They don't care about, they would like it clean maybe, so they'll take it
Yeah.
to an automated car wash. They're not worried about small swirls or scratches.
Exactly.
And again, yeah, you're right. They don't even know they're there.
I know, I pointed out to some of my customers, like, oh, a one-step could enhance gloss or remove light swirling, and they go, what's that? And so I pull my light out, and they go, oh, Well, since I can only see it when you put your light out, I don't really care, so don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, no problem. But every time I post a detailing video where I don't polish after I clay, I get nailed in the comments.
Yeah, internet detailers. So do you have like any future plans, anything coming up that's kind of cool or special you're working on, or?
I am actually playing with the idea of taking on new clients, so I got a website built and everything. I don't know how many people I'm gonna add to that client list, but like I'm willing to take on more people. It's just like...
Because you said that you just hired somebody.
I did, yeah. It's actually super exciting because it's nice to have someone to talk to at work, I guess. I think that's the thing I'm most excited about. It's like, I've been doing this just completely by myself for 2 years now, where like every day, and this is why I don't want to take on new customers, because I love my customers.
Yeah.
The only interaction I get is with the same 50 people. And so it's nice to have someone new that I can just, you know, hang out with. That'll be fun.
That's awesome. And I think I saw somewhere that you might be starting a YouTube channel.
That's the goal. And I only want to go on there because the comments are so mean on TikTok. I'm like, I want to get onto a platform where people are nicer.
Stop being so mean.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
That's
people?
literally the only reason.
There's going to be a point where you have to stop reading the comments. You know that, right? Just like, people are going to be mean. It's hard. It hurts. It does.
It's really mean. Someone said the other day, this is ridiculous. I would never take automotive advice from a female ever, even about detailing. And I was just like, dude, like, come on. I don't know.
But that's ignorance, and you got to like just, it's hard to ignore those comments.
It's hard, yeah, and
But
they're so
those
mean.
people are dumb, and they're not worth the time to even respond to sometimes.
I know, it's just,
I
there's
get
like
it.
so many of them come in, like you just got the most offensive one. It's like, offensive, 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 it doesn't bother me, but then it builds up, and then it just takes one to send you over the edge, and then you're just like, dude.
I do the same thing. I'll respond to some of them. Like, I'll get like vicious, and I'll have to delete them sometime. I'm like, that was really mean.
The really
like,
asinine ones, you gotta call out. How much is that blower?
That one?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, I think it's like $200 somewhere on there.
Is that really?
Or $300.
That thing looks expensive.
The Ego. Yeah, I think it's like 300.
I'm gonna stick to my $99 blow. I love that thing. I
love the blow too, and I've had a couple here, and they keep on disappearing.
I love that little thing. It's so useful.
I love that it's handheld. Like, this is the perfect time to be holding it and then drying it. But we got compressed air, and we have a dryer, so it's easier for the guys to do that. It's another machine that you gotta plug in over here. We already got enough wires and hoses and cables and everything.
You know, I think this is the first time I've detailed in pants and a sweater. I'm always in a shirt and a t-shirt, or shorts and a t-shirt. I don't think I've ever done it this way. It feels so foreign.
I think I'm out of questions. I can't think of any.
I'll ask you some questions. What's your favorite car to work on?
My own.
The Tesla? Wait, which one? The Tesla or the Lexus?
The Tesla is just so easy to take care of.
Is it really?
Like, it just, I don't know.
The Lexus you had, that's one of my dream cars. That's on the list. Yeah.
It is the nicest piece of shit that I've ever owned. 193 or 4,000 miles, heated and air-cooled seats.
Yeah.
It drives so smooth.
That's literally why it's on my list.
Love it.
Did you have the model with the cooler in the back seat? Like the center console in the back seat opens down and then it opens up and it's like a refrigerator?
I don't know. I haven't even looked in the back seat like that. No, it doesn't.
No?
It does not.
Did you have the LS or the LX?
It's the ES.
ES, okay. Then never mind, that's not my list.
Okay.
I thought you had the L series.
No.
But no,
but
Lexus
I'm looking for
general.
another one to upgrade on that because I love it so much.
I love
I do
Lexus
enjoy that
cars.
car. You know, it's funny. What car do I like most? It's funny, like when you're working on a car like this, like you're not looking at the car, you're looking at this one section, you're just looking at paint, you know? So I think as detailers, it's kind of weird to like, I know you look at the bigger picture and you're working on this car, but most of the time you're like, I'm looking straight at paint, or you're looking at a surface that can't really see the big picture and stuff.
Well, that's why I actually hate working on supercars.
Yeah.
And I geared my business away from that because everywhere I looked, there was a hard body line or a vent, and I hated it. And I was like, give me a Corolla. I'm like, I like those, you know, so.
I enjoy, Toyotas aren't that, you know, they have a little softer paint, but it's not super soft like, you know, like Subarus or Black Porsches or GM's cars, you know. I hate working on anything soft paint, it just frustrates you.
Yeah, because you'll just try to clean it up and they'll.
Yeah, I think my most stressful time, I was working on a Ferrari Enzo, and I literally was crying.
Because it's.
Like I was there at like 1 o'clock in the morning, I was coating the back of the car, and it was just so soft that I was scratching it when it was coating, you know, and it was like, this was several years ago. But like I wanted it to be perfect, and it was frustrating for me, and I literally started like, it was just late, and I was like, I just can't do it.
Oh my God.
It was frustrating for me, yeah. All right, what do you think? These products have, I think they passed the first round.
Honestly, I think I'm mostly impressed with the smell of this line. This line just knocks it out of the park smell-wise.
It's like an aromatherapy type of essential oils type of smell. Yeah, it smells fantastic.
I know, it's funny, smell doesn't matter because it doesn't help, but then it kind of does matter because it makes the experience so much better. So.
That's what we talked about a little bit today. And you got your normal car wash smells, which are like a bubblegum and a cherry and an orange, these tropical flavors, which are, I don't know, maybe overused a little bit. It's kind of cool
that's not UK, is it? 'Cause I've noticed the UK brands like Enso has been killer with like Luxe. Yeah. So they've nailed the Luxe vibe and smell so well.
Yeah, this is SoCal.
Oh, okay. So that's where I am.
Detail firm. All right, we'll do some more testing on these products later. Thank you. It was awesome to kind of like deep dive and get to know you a little better.
Yeah, it was fun.
If you guys want to check out her TikTok channel and soon maybe a YouTube channel, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm slow moving.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of ideas and no time to execute them. And then also what we talked about, like I'd just rather hang out, so.
That's another thing to throw on your plate. You get busier, and it's crazy. Up next, we're actually gonna be taping this car off. They'll do maybe a little bit of one-step polishing. We're gonna tape it up, and we're gonna be testing other mid and long-term spray sealing, so go over to Car Supplies Warehouse and subscribe there. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.